My name is Tim Ria, host of Digital Health Live here at CES, the conference studio. So you will hear some background noise so you know what's going on. It's because there's 800 people in the room here, and there's no space, literally, so we put the studio where we could. We're here with Lisa Suennen with Venture Valkyrie, and I've seen you around this block because you've been in the business for a while.
There you go. That was politically accurate.
Well, I mean, you're awesome. So, and then of course we have Jody Holtzman with AARP. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Tim.
So I saw you rocking out at the EMP in Seattle last time.
Right. So this is the best karaoke I've ever seen, and was new to me. But instead of singing, you could grab a guitar and just play along. So that's my gig.
It's awesome. So you and then Jeff McCalk is actually hosting videos in the WebMD studio on the show floor. So, Lisa, tell everybody about your background.
So my background is I've spent about 28, 29 years in healthcare. Coming out of the tech world, I helped start a big behavioral health services company, grew that up to be a pretty big company, and then a couple of my partners and I went off and started a venture fund focused on investing in healthcare, and did that for 15, 16 years, and now I'm on my own as a consultant working with companies on digital health strategy, working with venture funds on digital health investment strategy, and doing a lot of writing and speaking about the topics related.
Jody?
So I run a group at AARP called Thought Leadership, and our mission is to find ways to stimulate innovation in the market that'll benefit people over 50. One of the things we do is we put startups together with prospective investors, and we also put them together with the consumer. So we have this event coming up May 14th in Miami at the Miami Beach Convention Center called Health Innovation at 50 Plus Live Pitch, and we're looking for companies to start applying. The applications are open at health50.org.
Awesome. So that's really cool as AARP has been reaching out and innovating and actually pulling in startups and really exposing them to the 50-plus crowd and resources. So what was happening on the panel? What was the name of the panel today?
The panel was named basically getting to the $30 billion untapped senior market. And the focus was what are the types of things that can be done to encourage innovation and development in this market? What kinds of things work when you do that? And what are some good examples of people who've done it well and not so well?
Okay. And Jody, what were some of the topics swirling around the conference?
Around the conference broadly or on the panel? Brain fitness was one of the big ones. Independent living, connected living, neuroscience. I said that. What else? Medication adherence, medication management.
And what are you seeing here? I mean, you work with early stage companies and large companies, and what's hot right now? Where's the action at?
I think the action is at taking old line products, whether they're med tech or pharma or whatever, and figuring out how to incorporate all this amazing technology that's now possible. It's cheap, it's easy, it's small, using sensors, using remote monitoring, using telemonitoring and other applications, and figuring out how to augment old line products to make them new again.
And Jody, your market has specific needs and specific designs. I know as soon as I turned 44 a couple of weeks ago, my eyeballs are gone. I can't read, and all the programmers make like 1-point font on everything. How do you address your market?
We yell at people. We say put that button on that website so that it's a one click to a larger font. I mean, there is a real challenge here. And part of it is the mismatch between the user and the age of the people designing it, and a lack of understanding. But I think that's actually just a reflection that so much that's out there, regardless of the target market, actually has pretty bad design. So, there have been criticisms of, a very, very large, successful, software company out of your town, for many years for it being, clunky and whatnot. Didn't prevent them from making lots of money, let alone producing one of the richest guys in the world. But I think design is a major challenge in our space and broadly. So it's not unique to the over 50 space.
What else was hot on stage today?
Thinking about how you actually get the consumer's input. I mean, I think this is similar to what Jody's saying, but how do you actually bring people in, consumers, to give input, to try devices in the field, and to encourage usability and applicability to people's lives. I mean, I think there's this sort of weird belief that if you build for the over 50 market, it's not going to be cool. But first of all, there's a lot of people there, and I mean, at a certain point, a lot of revenue is cool. So,
And Jody's cool, and he's over 50. You jam, you're cool. So that's good. Okay, let's wrap with this. Is you've got some big events coming up. You've been to CES a couple times. If you were a startup and she was going to fund you, what would you do to address a 50-plus crowd using new technology you're seeing here at CES?
I think the big thing that is a key challenge is interoperability. And everything life is holistic. Solutions, for the most part, are not. They're specific use cases. And nobody has yet figured out how these different pieces, these different individual solutions are actually going to work together that makes my life or somebody else's life easier. And I think that somebody that can, crack that nut is actually going to make a lot of money. And it really gets down to the issue of plug and play, easy, intuitive design, and ease of use.
So you're going to whisper into my ear, not tell anybody what the secret missing gap is, and I'm going to invent it, and then you can fund it.
secret missing gap.
Oh, so what is missing, I guess, looking at what's coming out right now? Just some spaces that are some white space, or is everything pretty much covered?
Well, I don't think everything's covered, but certainly everything's being thought about. I think the challenge is, how do you make some of this stuff fun and entertaining and engaging? People get a little maudlin when they think about the older market. They don't think about people who probably have 40 or 50 years of life ahead of them. So they want to have some fun, and they want to like what they're, the products they buy, and feel like it's a great experience like you would in entertainment or anything else. And so I think that's missing from healthcare, and we have a lot to learn from the consumer products industries, I think, the entertainment industries and healthcare when you're addressing these markets.
All right. Well, hey, Lisa, Jody, thanks for being on the show, and good to see you again.
Nice to see you, Tim.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Thanks, Jill.